First aid kit. Hey, make sure we've got everything we need in the first aid kit, okay? Yesterday I had to explain to a client that no really means no, and when I wanted to dress up my hand, it turned out we were out of bandages. So yeah, I'd be super grateful. Oh. Okay. Ups, das wollte ich so nicht haben. The Undoing for the First Net. Chapter 1, The Apocalypse. His name was Raish Bartmoss. Everyone knows who destroyed the first net. Ich habe letztes Mal WHO gelesen, ne? Das haben wir gleich auch schon mal gelesen, genau. Huh. Consider myself lucky then.
My, what a sweet little face you have.
Danke. The Mox. The Mox. It's one of those stories that is either very simple or very complicated, depending on who you ask. For Janice, it was a mix of both. The Mox came to exist because it had to. We didn't have a soul in our corner, no one to make sure street justice was on our side, so we took matters into our own hands. The Mox is composed of the people who, if any of them disappeared from the streets tomorrow, you might never even notice. Sex workers, annihilers, artists, aimless rebels, and restless souls who weren't dealt a fair hand in life. Today, the Mox is thriving, as demonstrated by the booming biz at Lizzie's bar. Lizzie's is renowned for being arguably the best braindance club in Night City. Corporate suits, gangoons, pop stars, and locals alike all gather at Lizzie's to kick back, have a drink, and dip into the most beautifully scrolled and tuned BDs you've ever experienced. Most customers, however, are oblivious to the fact that the club is gang-owned and operated, that the Mox are in charge, watching after their own, just like the Lizzie of legend once did. Now the story, Lizzie used to work here back when it was just a typical dive with a stripper pole, and Janice proudly explained. She took care of the girls, made sure eddies were falling into their pockets, and the teeth weren't falling to the curb. Like this one time, this fucker, editor's note, referring to a Tiger Claws gang member, was was having too much fun with one of the girls. Lizzie just couldn't stomach it anymore. Story is she deprived the worm of his little tiger ball so quickly and nasty it took them 2 days to clean up all the blood and puke splatter. Of course, the claws found out fast and they flatlined her in the flesh, but everyone that she had impacted in some way, they were still around. They came together, fought back and paused. Well, you already know the rest. Das ist nichts zum Verkaufen, das ist schade. Das ist eine Safe Area. Ich gehe mal einfach mal raus. Oh, ich bleib draußen heute erstmal. So. First come of the great reality check. Which ushers in the future of the world? Batmos Collective. Whenever money changes hands, your true self becomes a victim to capitalism. Regina Jones. Hey V, Regina Jones here. I heard you were looking for work in Watson. Ah, okay, das sind einfach nur Menüs, sorry. Das hatte ich gerade mit dem Icon nicht so ganz kapiert. How did it go? Ola, Ola V, how's it going? What's the status? Met with a client, played me a BD of the place we're supposed to visit. Let you know later, Jack. Machen wir es einfach so. Und wir wollen natürlich erst einmal nach Hause. Feste Linie folgen. We're not looking forward to this. Was für eine Radiostimme heute in einem. Und wenn du einfach mal... Ah, die Musik ist gar nicht mal so schlecht. Komm, wir lassen es einfach da. Wow. Alles unter Kontrolle, so fahre ich privat auch immer. Ja, ich habe gar keine Lust auf Stress. Okay, wo muss ich jetzt abbiegen? Einfach... Oh, nixe. Perspektive ist ziemlich verwirrend. Haben wir kein Parkhaus oder so? Das würde mich jetzt ernsthaft interessieren. Gibt es kein Parkhaus in diesem Haus? So, was können wir denn hier verkaufen? Erstmal den ganzen Junk. Okay, und dann können wir mal schauen, was wir sonst so an Müll verkaufen können. Was ist das denn? Blade, Chemical Blade, Sour Mod. Das sieht irgendwie alles lustig und wichtig aus. Okay. Ja, okay, ich glaube, davon kann man einen Timer verkaufen, ne? Wenn ich mich kenne, benutze ich die Teile sowieso nie. So, verkaufen wir doch einfach mal ein bisschen was davon. Okay. Das legen wir einfach alles oben ab. Also die Waffen, die auch oben ablegen, man weiß ja nie, wo man sie gebrauchen kann. Die Pistols, ey, ganz ernsthaft, das sind so Schrottwaffen dabei. Die kann man zum Beispiel verkaufen. Die sehe ich da, die sehe ich da, die sehe ich da. Das ist immer wieder dieselbe, ne? Die Copperhead, nochmal eine Copperhead. Kann man auch nochmal verkaufen. Das ist eine bessere Copperhead. Sniper Rifle. Ja, ich denke, den Rest kann man behalten. Okay, dann nehmen wir doch mal schön den Aufzug und
The Western corporate states recently announced a new
gehen
visa
natürlich
program.
oben hin.
Persons intending to relocate there must first find a sponsor from among WCS affiliated companies.
Sehr schöne Waffe.
Following a
Wir werden sie jetzt nicht hier tragen. Keine Ahnung, was das, welche Auswirkungen das hätte.
permanent residence, a marriage license, and a single child permit. In Northern Europe, the humanitarian crisis has worsened. Refugees from flooded regions in Belgium and the Netherlands continue to pour into Scandinavia. Sweden has responded with force, sinking over a dozen refugees.
Absolutely.
Try out our freshly
No, can't
developed
just
new
leave it like
tastes
that.
and let your
I mean,
tongue be
shit,
amazed.
he was in uniform.
All foods.
Was ist denn hier passiert?
Yummy.
Was ist denn der so im Angebot? Eieiei, das Ding macht Schaden. Ist halt ein Non-Lethal. Tana ist irgendwie doof. Crashing Spec Hammer. Ah, bei ihm kann man auf jeden Fall ein paar coole Sachen. Ja komm, das nehmen wir doch. Das nehmen wir doch. Das Messerchen. Okay. Dann gehen wir kurz einfach zu unserer Wohnung. Was passiert? Kann ich hier reingehen? Oh, schade. Kann ich hier unten irgendwo hingehen? Nee, Nachbarn besuchen ist jetzt nicht drin. Ah. Okay. Leider nicht. Muss ich alle enttäuschen. Das ist interessante Mode. Vielleicht trägt man das in 50 Jahren so, weiß ich nicht.
Enjoying the weather? Average temperatures this month in Night City have remained within human safety levels.
Ja, ich glaube, ich sollte einfach nur noch nach Hause gehen. Okay, wunderbar. Message nett, können wir glaube ich nichts machen, ne? Samurai Web. Okay, ja, ne, da gibt's da. Ups. Das war nicht so viel. Das sieht halt schon ziemlich cool aus. Das Radio haben wir denn da gerade an? das passt doch. Komm, wir nehmen mal alles mit. Was gibt's denn sonst so Neues, was wir uns jetzt anziehen können? Eine Mütze. Mhm. Die hat ernsthaft Armor. Sorry, aber das sieht ja so beschissen aus. Hallo, nein? Victor, das sieht ja nur beschissen aus. Auf die Punkte verzichte ich freiwillig. Okay. Das sieht cool aus, ja. Ja, das war's jetzt, oder was? Das war alles. Okay, kann ich jetzt Zeug ablegen? F Open Stash. So, packen. Hängen die hier irgendwo jetzt? Leider nicht. Leider nicht. Ja, ein bisschen leichter sind mir jetzt trotzdem, genau, ein bisschen ordentlich viel leichter. Kann man jetzt auch noch irgendwie... Ja, erstmal duschen nach diesem harten Tag. Auf den Pott kann man sich, glaube ich, nicht setzen, ne? Man kann aber abspülen. Man kann sich aber auch was zu essen und zu trinken hier holen, okay? Seine eigene Wohnung was kaufen, das ist auch nicht schlecht. Gut, dann schlafen wir doch mal eine Runde. Und schauen wir noch mal, was wir als nächstes tun. Also wir könnten es nochmal mit den Zwillingen versuchen, aber ich glaube, dazu sind wir einfach zu schlecht. Aber ich würde gerne mal eine Nebenquest machen. Wir haben nur 6 Stunden geschlafen, das ist ja furchtbar. Very high, moderate the gig. Kann man jetzt mal einen Talk to Twins. 21.000 wird man bei Victor wahrscheinlich so schnell nicht abbezahlen können. Kann vorher, genau. Das können wir nicht machen. Das haben wir ja schon versucht. Ich glaube, der Haste sollten wir noch machen, ne? Danach sollte es auf jeden Fall irgendwie... Was soll mir eigentlich... Also sorry, aber was soll mir das jetzt hier sagen? The Afterlife. We pried open the door to the afterlife. All that's left to take that next step inside. All the pieces are falling to place. A gig with a beam fixer. A solid crew intends to complete here that. The major leagues are calling. Our names go down in the city's history for the age. Das ist noch Tutorial hier. Da bin ich mir zu 100% sicher. Das andere ist irgendwie... Kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Wir machen doch einfach hier das Ding. Wo geht's hin? Da. Apropos Shootings, hier wird geballert.
However, in an abundance of caution, the NCPD has raised the threat level to 2, advising travelers to avoid side roads.
Wie hoch ist dieses Gebäude eigentlich?
Keep you informed as the situation develops.
Morgen. So. Okay, Police Officer. Ich weiß, es sind nur 200 Meter, aber ich bin einfach nur zuvor zum Laufen jetzt gerade. Kann ich eigentlich selbst hupen irgendwie? Das steht nämlich nicht dran. Oh. Ich versuche mich erst einmal schön gepflogen hier durchzudrängeln. Durch den morgendlichen Stau. Combat. Wunderbar, aber ist viel zu weit weg. Gott, ey. Komm, ich steig aus. Ich geh zu Fuß. Ich hätte doch zu Fuß gehen sollen einfach. Wäre gesünder gewesen. Okay. Was hast du denn heute Abend vor?
Te vas a enterar mañana. Yo también te quiero, ma. Damn, about time, Holmes.
What's new with Senora Wells?
You know, she's worried about me. Whatever.
Mütter.
Can't help herself, you know? Checking to see if I'm not rotting in some dumpster, like most of the Wells boys. It's really starting to wear on me. The more I tell her everything's okay, the more I feel like I'm straight up lying. But that's done after tomorrow. Afterlife, here we come, baby. Yeah!
We have arrived. The major leagues.
Does not get any higher, chum. And you know something else? We fucking earned it, mano. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on!
Das wird so nicht funktionieren. Das ist eine Falle.
Place used to be a morgue. Believe that?
Really, Jackie?
What?
Told you that myself.
Oh, for reals?
Sorry, dass ich unterbreche, aber sonst, ja. Ich dachte, wenn wir schon hier sind, dann uns entdecken, dann nehmen wir es auch mit. The struggle of O'Neill Station. The European Space Agency, ESA, started out with seemingly noble intentions. We'll open the door to the universe, the solar system, a home to all, and so on and so forth. It didn't take long for these catchphrases to reveal themselves for what they truly were. Colonial ambitions wrapped up in lofty ideals. We, the builders, and first inhabitants of O'Neill 1 have witnessed this firsthand. The ESA sent us into space with promises of a new life and a better tomorrow. Instead, what lay in wait for us was complete lack of freedom and backbreaking work in the extremely dangerous conditions. We would have pulled through. We would have fought. We would have toughed it out for the greater good if only they treated us as human beings, informed us of the decisions, listened to our concerns and requests, but the ESA ignored us. The consequences were inevitable. In 2022, after completing construction of the station, our situation was critical. Station management demanded 18 hours of work every day, 7 days a week, from everyone, regardless of age or health condition. Our peaceful protest was met with disproportionate use of force, which included stun guns. They fought it would break us just like the countless protests they broke back on Earth. The thing is, out here it's not so easy to call for reinforcements. Workers outnumbered guards 40-1, and one stun gun charge held only 15 rounds. The ESA's management had effectively shot themselves in the foot. It was over before they could realize. Only 7 hours passed before O'Neill 1 and O'Neill 2 declared independence and became the first nations established outside of Earth. Ja, es hat auf jeden Fall diesen... Wie heißt denn nochmal? Morg, das deutsche Wort Totenhalle. Fällt mir gerade nicht ein, das ist das Einzige, was mir dazu einfällt. Wir sind Freunde von Dexter Deshawn. Komm, wir sind V und Jackie Wells, also ehrlich.
Name's V. This is Jackie Wells.
Oh. Is that supposed to sound familiar?
It will soon. We're here to see Dex.
Yo, Dex. Got 2 live ones saying they're here to see you. Yeah? Alright then. Says he needs a second or 2. Go get yourselves drinks or something.
Way ahead of you, viejo.
Diese Spiegelung. Das ist der sauberste Club, in dem ich je war.
Can you imagine? Susan Forrest, Boa Boa, maybe even Morgan Blackhand. All sat on those stools. Fell asleep on that same bar.
Ich sag's jedes Mal, ich weiß. Ich sag's jedes Mal, aber das spielt sich einfach noch unglaublich gut aus. Das nehmen wir doch mit. Dann lesen wir doch noch mal eine Runde. Who is Lizzie Wizzy pretending to be? We are who we pretend to be. I've pretended to be everything. That's why I found the truth. Lizzie Wizzy is an artist par excellence. Her work includes award-winning albums and concert tours, film appearances, as well as, for lack of a better term, conceptual performance art. Her latest artistic obsession features the medium of braindance. In recent interviews, Lizzie has mused about the boundary between a documentation of reality versus our active shaping of it. Could that mean Lizzie Weasley plans to scroll her own BD? We can only dream. The chance to live just one day in his chrome-skinned fans would go wild. Mit Sicherheit. Das sieht so unglaublich gut aus. Oh, der sieht nicht so. Diese Stadt ist durch. Aber ich mag's. Hier fühle ich mich wohl. Kann ich hier durch? Ne, kann ich nicht. Kann ich ansprechen? Ja, okay. Sorry.
Hey. Grab a seat. Be with you in a sec.
Okay. Ja, Jackie, ich komm gleich. Das ist so unfassbar cool gemacht. Und wir gönnen uns mal den Tequila. Sammeln erstmal alles ein, ne? Ganz wichtig. The Max-Tech Way, the Matthias Maddox. Forward to the second edition. It was fortunate after publishing the first edition of this book to meet many people with fascinating stories. I spoke with people who lost loved ones to the hands of cyber psychos. I met the relatives of people whom I shot. Needless to say, that every conversation ended on good terms. After some time I learned what questions to expect from my readers. Have you ever been shot? Yes, and I've lost count. Who was the most difficult person to kill? Arrest? The 2063 Golden Springs, more killer, more titanium bone and synth skin than man. What causes cyberpsychosis? I'll let you know when I find out. Then at the book signing in Haywood, I was asked a question I had never heard before. Is there anything that keeps me awake at night? After a moment's reflection, I realized the answer was yes. Perhaps most surprising, however, it was not nightmares of eviscerated cyber-psycho victims, nor the shrieks and cries of my squad mates as they burned alive. Cruel as it might sound, I grew used to that. It was just part of the job. No, what caused my heart to pound as I lay down in bed late at night is the thought that one day I too would succumb to psychosis. Cyberpsychosis. The amount of cyberware I have incorporated into my body is substantial, far more than most. I try to drown the human parts of me that fear the doubt. I'm aware just how fragile my humanity is, the piece of myself deep within that makes me who I am. One poorly clipped neuron, one hormonal overdose, and that piece may disappear forever, leaving behind an automaton with only one desire to kill. In truth, I forced my mind to race so I would not have to confront these thoughts. Today I still struggle with these demons, but I have asked my wife to keep a loaded pistol in her bedside table. If I begin to scream or rant incoherently in the middle of the night, I instructed her to empty the entire clip between my eyes. At first she objected, but our love is strong. It is thanks to my loving wife's promise that I sleep more soundly now than ever before in my life. Wunderbar, gut zu wissen. Toilettenbonus.
Your license has been revoked. Japantown, you got a ghost out of there. Got it?
No fucking way. I want to talk to Wakako.
So call her, dude. She's sure to want to know your mind on this.
Ich will das genau einsammeln. Geht nicht. Macht mich traurig. Ich kann nicht mal die Toilette spülen, das ist ja furchtbar. Gut. Dann gehen wir doch wieder zu Jackie nach vorne. Es wird mir abgewöhnt, Aschenbecher mitzunehmen. Oh, das ist noch was. Wir lesen gleich nochmal weiter. Was machen die da? Beruflich Lavalampe oder was? Kendachi, New Spring Catalog. Kenji Adachi Armaments. Our mission at Kendachi, we creators, we care about our customer satisfaction and their budget. By choosing our products, we can benefit. No euro dollar invested goes to waste. Kendachi, the choice is obvious. Our products, Kendachi M55 Power Sword. For our blade buffs, our iconic power sword is back and better than ever. Dice your foes into tiny pieces without breaking a sweat using our latest micro-serrated crystal blade technology. With high quality materials crafted into lethal yet elegant design, the power sword will look as good as on your mantle as it does in your hand. Kendachi Mono 2 Classic. If you can improve up in perfection, this time on a twin blade has been in continuous production since 2019. Lit by a custom color, handle embedded laser, the Mono 2 has never gone out of style. Block every blow and slice through any defense. We wouldn't keep making them if people weren't buying them. Order yours today. Deshalb ist RGB wichtig. Deshalb. Kendachi Monowire, a weapon is discreet as it is deadly, made for those who desire power but have no urge to flaunt it. This molecule-thin blade is manufactured by our teams of expert engineers in our state-of-the-art orbital facility. The monowire can bear loads up to 3,000 pounds and slices through armor weaves like butter-flavored scrub spread. Rumor is many officials at the Zurich convention wanted this weapon banned and off the market. Now, if it's not high price, we don't know what is. Also wenn es so weit kommt, dass es neben der Genfer Konvention auch noch eine Zürcher Konvention gibt, dann weiß ich auch nicht. Okay, geht's dahin? Kann ich da durch? Sieht nicht so aus. Die sehen alle interessant aus. Der Cybernetic Beine. Das ist Chips sag ich schon. Pommes und Burger. Ja. New release, Brandon's. What's up, BD Maniacs? Hungry for a new ammo rush? Then check out the latest word from the freshest BDs on the market. Ja, okay, das spare ich mir jetzt einfach mal. Ich meine sogar, dass wir es sogar schon gelesen haben. Den Synth nehmen wir natürlich mit. Also den AB Synth. So, dann setzen wir uns hin.
Looks like we're up.
Hey, you see that old lady there? That's Rogue. Best fixer in all of Night City.
Thought Dex was the best.
Rogue was lining up jobs when Dex was still shitting in diapers. Place belongs to her.
What can I get you?
Ach, Jackie soll auswählen, denke ich.
You ordered.
2 tequila old fashions with a splash of cerveza and a chili garnish.
Duo of Johnny Silverhands coming up.
Right on, chica.
Somebody did their homework.
Looks like the dog ate mine.
Age-old tradition. Drinks are named after our regulars.
How long's the Afterlife been around? Half a century?
Longer. Don't know by how much though.
That'd be the oldest club in Night City.
And the most respected. Don't forget that bit.
Say I wanted a drink named after me. What would I have to do?
Snuff it. Mind-blowingly spectacular fashion. It up would be best.
What a beautiful tradition.
Wir trinken auf Night City natürlich, hallo?
To Night City.
And the afterlife. Ha ha!
Guess dying's a small price to pay for going down in history.
I live like a legend first, though, huh? Death. It's nothing but the final flourish. Oh, and by the way, name's Jackie Wells. You want to write down my recipe?
Sure.
Shot of vodka on the rocks, lime juice, ginger beer. Oh, and most importantly, a splash of love.
Haha! I'll remember that. Heard you were Dex's latest finds.
Just biz, no big deal.
Mr. Deschamps.
Dex a regular? You come here a lot?
A sort of long hiatus, matter of fact. Didn't show his face for nearly 2 years.
Tomcat's gotta walk his own path, right?
Yeah, well, wherever he walked, he knocked a few pounds off.
Guess they weren't delivering that pizza I mentioned before.
How do you know?
My job to know. Look around. How do you think mercs earn their reps? Through gossip rivaling that of schoolgirls, that's how. Break a leg.
Hoffentlich nicht.
Damn, Holmes. Huge. Work out? Same here. No, in the ring. Do some kind of exotic shit? Huh? Kempo? Ninjutsu? Think you could take me? Drop me?
Sure. In here.
Ja, ich lese noch kurz was. Das sind okay. Okay, one could say we're living in stable times. The Fourth Corporate War is ancient history. The unification was over and done with. And Night City is a free city, a jewel embedded between two Californias. Living here, you might have the impression that everything is okay in the world, but look around. Ich glaube, wir haben das sogar schon gelesen, ne? The world is not okay. Despite technological recession between 2020 and 2040 reducing global pollution levels, humanity is still facing monumental existential threats. Climate change has turned into climate disaster. Its effects are irreversible and dangerously unpredictable. Hurricanes, tornadoes, droughts, floods. Natural catastrophes are growing in strength and frequency across the continent, leveling entire regions. Access to clean water is becoming increasingly more scarce, as well as fertile land. Hunger and starvation still reaps a bloody human harvest in Asia and Africa, where corporations had no interest in building vertical, hydroponic farms. Meanwhile, advances in cyber modification have given rise to a new problem, cyberpsychosis. And though we've been aware of cyberpsychosis for half over a century... Ja, das haben wir sogar schon gelesen. Verzeihung. Ich finde das doof, dass das nicht so markiert wird. Das nehmen wir einfach mal mit. Damit sehen wir doch mit Sicherheit ganz knuffig aus. Damit sehen wir auf jeden Fall sehr knuffig aus. Das nicht irgendwie aufmachen oder so. Das ist ein bisschen doof. Ja.
That's right, Excelsior. Cold hard eddies, as per usual. Gotta bounce. Well, if it ain't Mr. V.
Ja, ich setz mich hin.
Whole family in one place. Ha! Finally!
First time in real space.
And the flathead?
Let's see this bad boy.
Haben wir natürlich dabei.
Alright then. Set your butts down comfy.
Thanks for your help back at the scav haunt.
A few Reapers less in the city. Good thing.
City Hall should be fucking thanking us.
Natürlich sollten sie uns danken, aber tun sie natürlich nicht.
Sweet booth. It's soundproof?
Jackie.
Now, Mr. Wells is right. We're gonna be going over some sensitive material. But if it's all right with y'all, I'd like to start with a question for Mr. V. Evelyn Parker, how'd you fare?
Jetzt können wir sie zum einen verraten, weil rein theoretisch haben wir die
Mr.
Information.
V?
Wir haben die Information, dass sie ihn loswerden möchte. Oder wir verheimlichen es einfach nochmal. Ich möchte mich ehrlich gesagt mit keinem von beiden anlegen, aber... Ja, komm.
Well as I could have, I guess. Walked around Konpeki Plaza inside from that raw BD she scrolled.
Bug already filled me in.
So you know the target. Yorinobu Arasaka, the Emperor's son and heir apparent.
Man with the millionaire name and no talent to back it up. Evelyn Parker's special friend? So she just want to see what's good, or was there something else?
Parker chick? I don't know. Sent out mixed signals, so I got mixed feelings. One night, sipping Champ Paradise with Yorinobu. Next night, chatting it up with regulars at Lizzie's. Worlds don't match up.
Struck me too.
You saying we putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5? Some part of the equation's missing then, clearly. That's why y'all got a fixer. Anyone try to fuck you, they first gotta fuck their way through Dex to Sean's 300-pound ass. Anything else?
Das ist eine sehr wichtige Entscheidung, die ich jetzt hier treffe. Wenn ich hier jetzt sage, so, hey, sie möchte, dass wir dich verraten, fertig aus. Wir haben die Info, die wir brauchen. Die Frage ist, brauchen wir nicht vielleicht sogar noch mehr? Ich glaube nämlich tatsächlich, dass es eine Falle ist, die sie da hat. Also sie stellt uns eine Falle, ziemlich sicher. Komm.
Go on now, don't be shy.
Was something else. Parker made me another offer.
Another offer?
Mm-hmm. Kind where we ditch the middleman and split the pot in even 50-50.
What?
Ditch the middleman? Shit, now that's rich. Clients never learn, do they? I do appreciate you sharing this info, though, Mr. V. You see, trust is essential in any partnership that's to be long-lasting and fruitful.
Appreciation don't convert to eddies. And Evelyn offered us a bunch.
He's telling it like it is, Dex.
Y'all need not worry. Truly, we'll come to that.
Thought you'd be pissed that you'd lose it.
Lived in NC too long to blow my top every time some amateur thinks they can take me for a ride. Parker ain't the first, and sure as hell won't be the last.
Ich glaube, das ist die richtige Entscheidung, weil wenn wir es ihm verheimlicht hätten und wir wären dann mit ihr durchgebrannt an der Stelle, was das angeht, ich glaube, der hätte uns einfach komplett gejagt.
How about we
Mr.
go over
V,
the plan? What you got for us, Dex?
this.
Well, here goes nothing.
Me and Dex have already covered the fine D's. Ops-wise, should be a stroll on the beach.
Elaborate. I want to hear it.
A Delamain will drop your asses at the front door of Konpeki Plaza. You'll stroll right in thanks to your false identities. Then, with Bug's help, you'll breach the hotel subnet.
Mine and the Flathead's help.
Last but not least, you slip into Yorinobu's penthouse and clep the relic.
It goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies. Not a one.
You'll have T-Bug on comms for the duration. Time for your burning questions.
Transport's a Delamain.
Primus Cab Company in All Night City. Nada mal.
Deshaun don't ever work with anyone but the best. I consider Delamain just that.
Yeah, who needs creepy, nosy cab drivers when you've got a clean AI to get you from point A to B in style?
And how he bags a permit to operate every year is still a mystery.
If everything goes as planned, Delamain will drop you back here. If things get sticky, you head for the safe house.
Which is?
The no-tell motel. Quiet, no questions asked. Make our next move from there. But I'm flat certain that won't be necessary. Anything else?
Ich bin mir sicher, wir kommen da nicht mehr raus. Wir kommen da safe nicht mehr raus, das wette ich.
These new identities. Tell us more. What's our cover?
Hello, Ramon Victorino. And you're Harry Conwell.
Ramon? Yeah, okay. What do we say we're there for?
Biz as usual. Corpo arms deal. In case anyone asks, you there for a bogus meeting with Arasaka's defense rep, Hajime Taki. Anything else?
How do we get in the penthouse?
Yorinobu's got barely any muscle. Hardest part will be penthouse security. If we want to disable, we'll need to neutralize Konpeki's dweller. Elite runner monitoring the hotel subnet 24/7. Only catch is there's no way to get in the dweller's den from the outside.
Hold on. How you want us to get inside a room you can't get into?
Trust me when I say whatever hit you think of, T-Bug solved it already.
This is where the Flathead comes in. You'll have to get him in the ventilation shaft, guide him to the dweller, and force the dweller to take a break. Flathead will stay there, jacked into the dweller. But thanks to that, I'll be able to roll out your red carpet into the penthouse.
Anything else?
Ja.
Okay, feel brought up to speed.
Perfect.
I got a question. When do we get to the real reason we're all here?
Now's a good time as any. Fresh talent gets 30% always. but I'm willing to make an exception in your case. I'm gonna cut you a nice juicy 40 as a bonus for your honesty, V.
That's more like it, Dex.
Ka-ching, baby.
Last thing, Konpeki's got a strict no-iron policy. Security gates, the works. So you dogs will leave your lead spitters in the ride. Take the flathead inside in its case.
Got some deft suits, so you'll look the part too.
Chido.
Thanks, T.
So, not to count chickens, but why don't we see our Eddies?
All depends how Miss Parker avails herself of her role. But a week, 2 tops is my guess.
What do we do while waiting? Sit around, suck air?
You sit tight, heads down, cause old Uncle Arasaka be watching. Now, as that old Greek dog says, life's a banquet, so don't go thirsty, but don't get drunk either. Your chariot awaits outside.
Chariot, okay.
My cue to Delta 2. Gotta prep to jack in. Be there when you come on comms. Any other issues? Now's your chance.
Plan. What's your take?
Enough, I hope, to put me in a luxury Cretan villa from which I'll never set foot in cyberspace again.
Promise to send me a postcard?
No offense, but I'm gonna burn any and all bridges. Need a clean break.
You and Dex know each other a while?
Why?
You know, peeps say all kinds of things.
Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Marcus Aurelius, I think.
You and Dex, both philosophizing. No wonder you get along.
Wir kommen da nicht mehr raus. Wir kommen da nicht raus. Das wird ganz schrecklich. Ich glaube, wir werden so am Ende sein.
I'm good. No questions.
Let's get to work.
So you ready to get going or what?
Ja, komm.
Let's roll. No point in waiting.
In getting rich, you mean?
Welcome on board this Delamain service. With Delamain, you leave your problems at the door.
Bitch. Better fucking believe I will.
I see no reason why you should be using expletives.
Oh yeah? What about that time I wanted to hire you for my cousin's bachelor party, huh?
Unfortunately, we do not take on such contracts.
3 months I've been saving up scratch. Water under the bridge. Hit it, Del.
Before we begin our journey, I must verify the identities of all customers. Please proceed to connect your personal links.
Dann wollen wir mal schauen, was funktioniert hat mit den gefakten Identities.
Thank you. Excelsior package activated.
Excelsior? Oh, this just keeps getting better.
Excelsior.
The Excelsior is a package tailored to our premium clientele.
Top quality don't come free, you know. Now watch. Delamain, initiate combat mode.
My apologies, but you do not appear to be in any sort of imminent danger.
Huh. Oh well. Trust me. You'll mow down an army of Saka ninjas if it comes down to it.
Excelsior. What else is included?
Comprehensive health coverage, including the handling and disposal of a client's remains should death occur on board.
Damn. Shit got dark pretty quick.
Okay.
This combat mode even legal?
Of course it is. The Second Amendment says so. While on board, you are entirely within your rights to bear and use me.
Dex ain't skimping, is he?
And thanks to you, we're still getting a juicy 40%.
You're welcome.
Excelsior. This is how you want to cruise into the major leagues.
Is that really your be-all and end-all?
Huh?
Dex managed to buy you off that cheap? With a suit? A limo? No, Jack. Kinda feels like you're losing that steel grip of yours.
Huh. Seems to me like it's you who's got some kind of problem.
We're not on our way to some party, Jack. We're about to pull a major heist at Arasaka.
For real, V? See me as that shallow. Let me explain something to you, V. My whole life I've spent in this shit around us. And I ain't
We are nearing our
back.
destination.
Okay. Anruf von T-Bug.
Hey, how's things?
Smooth as fucking sandpaper.
We'll be, pulling up to the hotel soon.
Listen, set up a direct encrypted line to guide you through Konpeki. V, ring Jackie now, see if we're in sync. Can't be too careful. And?
Got static. Say something, Bug.
The greatest crimes issue from a desire for excess and not from necessity.
Say what now?
Aristotle. Guess you read me then.
Yeah, I read you. Not so much your Greek friend, though it was kind of exciting.
Could give it some thought. Try to understand. How about you, V?
Komm, noch mehr Aristoteles.
I want more Aristotle.
Fuck off, both.
Yeah.
Okay, tech checks out, looks like.
Será mejor que sí.
Stay in touch.
Thank you for choosing the Delamain service, and best of luck. I shall await here for your return.
Doppel kommt nicht wieder.
Finally happening. Almost forgot, no iron, huh? All right, Harry. Let's go.
Welcome to N54 News. I'm Jillian George.
Hold on. Let me grab the flathead.
Jetzt Delamain anrufen und bestellen scheinbar.
We're out front, Bug.
Remember, reservations in your name, Ramon. You're there to meet Hajime Taki, military tech department rep. Papers are for the flathead.
Don't worry.
Welcome to
Got
Konpeki
this.
Plaza.
Hallöchen.
Third car was for a Puma. Welcome to Konpeki Plaza. Please come through single file.
You got it, home. Sir?
Hold on. Got something. Care to explain why you're bringing military equipment onto the premises into Konpeki Plaza?
We're arms dealers.
Excuse me?
Ah, you are here to see Taki-san, am I right? Please, accept my apologies for the confusion.
Gut, er hätte es glaube ich noch entschärft, aber
This should only take a moment, sir.
Go ahead.
vielen Dank. Was steht denn hier?
ようこそ Greetings and welcome to Konpeki Plaza.
Okay, ich muss hier einchecken.
We'd like to check in.
Of course. Just a moment, please. The name on the reservation is?
Victorino.
Double room, 2 adults, 1 night, correct?
That's the one.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and notify Taki-san of your arrival.
Shit, no good. Not part of the plan. Talk her up, V. Stall.
That won't be necessary. We'll go freshen up first. Notify him ourselves.
But Taki-san is expecting you, no?
Senorita, do you know how long we've been traveling? 18 hours from New Barcelona. With a delay on Medikey because some cyberpsycho blew himself into bits inside the terminal.
Oh, a nightmare.
Of course, I understand. You'll be in a Lapis Lazuli suite on level 42. Oh, one more little formality. Please validate your SID chip.
Honey's all yours, Harry.
Okay, hoffentlich funktioniert das.
Everything seems to be in order. We wish you a pleasant stay.
Thank you.
Better get going.
Wunderbar. Oh. Konpeki Plaza. Konpeki Plaza, luxury, beauty, discretion. What holds more power than a place? An idea. Konpeki Plaza is more than a hotel. It is a space in which reality is curated to even the most refined tastes and sensibilities. At Konpeki Plaza you'll find 420 exclusive apartments, 20 conference rooms, 14 fully equipped pools, and the finest bars, restaurants, and that which cannot be measured by numbers alone, luxury, beauty, and discretion. Our world-class customer care will fulfill even the deepest needs and desires of our guests, turning your stay in Konpeki Plaza into an unforgettable experience. When it comes to the comfort of our clients, there is no such thing as the impossible. Discover new dimensions of comfort and joy the best night city has to offer.
New Barcelona, really?
It's called improvising. You should try it.
Hätte sich alle Namen ausdenken
What do you
können.
think, Harry? Quaint, cozy. Not like the hotel we had in Zurich for that convention.
Don't need that, Jack. Enough.
What? Taking this seriously.
Bin ich mal gespannt, ob das wirklich so gut läuft. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir sind in einer Falle. Das ist ja sehr entspannt. Sowas möchte ich natürlich in meinem Hotel sehen.
The top of the line, though.
Welcome to Konpeki Plaza. We don't do reservations weekdays, so feel free to grab any available table. Or a couple of stools at the bar if you prefer.
Could bring Misty here one day when we close this deal.
Ja, sollten aufs Zimmer gehen.
Now let's go check out our digs.
Ich glaube, wir kommen hier nämlich... Wir haben noch genug Zeit, um hier wieder herzukommen, glaube ich. Wenn nicht, ist es halt so. Den Zaubertrick muss ich mir mal beibringen.
Nailed apart or what? How do I look?
I guess for cosplaying a suit. Ach.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but not bad at all.
Yeah, I look good in everything.
Kann ich nicht Nein sagen bei sowas? Wieso sind die eigentlich alle so verchromt? Ganz kurz mal ein bisschen umschauen. Gott, das sieht so unglaublich cool aus. Oh mein Gott. Wow, man kann halt wirklich da runterfallen. Das mache ich jetzt nicht, weil ich bin da sowieso ein Profi da drin. Sieht schon ziemlich cool aus. So, gehen wir mal wieder mit Jackie mit. Oder kann ich hier noch durch? Ne, geht nicht. Okay.
Well, here we are. Lapis Lazuli.
Schauen wir gleich nochmal. Ich schaue mich hier noch ein bisschen um. Ich kann mitnehmen, aber manchmal kannst du Sachen nicht einsammeln. Das ist ein bisschen doof. Die Seite sieht ja richtig cool aus. Oh mein Gott. Nicht schlecht. Ich frage mich gerade, wo Wies Wohnung ist. Die müsste ja quasi hier in dem Bereich sein, ne? Also 10 rum. Also 11 ist es definitiv nicht. Gibt es unten einen Stau? Ich bin gerade ziemlich begeistert von der ganzen Geschichte. Es gibt ja sogar einen Monorail, wie ich sehe. Ich glaube, Wies Wohnung muss hier drüben irgendwo sein, weil ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass das Ding ist. Dazu sieht es hier auch, dass das hier viel zu frei dafür. Oh. Pathfinder, half of century of silence. When in summer of 2020, NASA Pathfinder mission set off for Jupiter, it was the buzz of every radio station, TV media outlet and screen sheet. Stills of the crew were plastered on every type of commemorative merchandise imaginable. Mugs, shirts, blades, bobbleheads, bumper stickers, the list goes on. But just a week later, the steady stream of information tried to trickle. Monthly, the world had all but forgotten about them. 3 years later, and 2 years before their planned entry into Jupiter's orbit, a conflict now known as the Fourth Corporate War broke out. Cape Canaveral was one of the first strategic sites razed to the ground. NASA's mission control center along with it. Pathfinder in the vast reaches of space had been cut off. When the opposing sides finally signed a truce 3 years later, Militech set its sights on re-establishing contact with the Pathfinder crew, but to no avail. Pathfinder's signal, it seemed, had been swallowed by the void of the Big Black. To this day, it remains unknown whether the Pathfinder mission was a success. If the crew ever did reach Jupiter and its moons, we have received no word. No data, not a single lead to follow. Maybe they never stood a chance. Maybe after a half a century of science, they simply have nothing to say to us. Stellt euch mal bitte schon vor, ihr werdet ins Weltall geschossen und auf einmal wird eure gesamte Kommandozentrale einfach mal weggebombt. Ich kann mir das ehrlich gesagt nicht so angenehm vorstellen. Das sieht so unfassbar cool aus. Vorhang vor der Wand oder was? Diese Wand ist komisch. Naja. Gehen wir mal ins Zimmer.
We're in our room.
Pretty snazzy. Too bad we ain't staying the night. Nice choice, Bug.
Didn't pick it for snaz. Offers quickest access to the Dweller and servers.
Sí, me acuerdo.
Now you fire up the flathead and find the shaft entrance.
Sounds simple enough.
Simplicity, sometimes toughest to master.
Aurelius? Aristotle? Who's it this time?
Yours truly. That one's mine.
Where's the shaft?
Boot up your scanner. Look around.
Ich schaue mich erstmal ein bisschen hier in dem Apartment um. Das sieht nämlich ziemlich cool aus. Tamed Dragon, a biography of Yorinobu Arasaka. In many ways, the story of Yorinobu Arasaka resembles an ancient parable. The younger son of one of the modern world's most powerful CEOs renounces his heritage, forfeits his birthright, instead chooses a rough and tumble life on the streets of Tokyo, only to later scamper back home to the warm, sheltered bosom of his family with his tail tucked. At least that is the story most have pieced together from official sources. But why did Yorinobu betray his father in the first place? Why did he return? For several years I dug deeper, followed leads, reached out to his former friends and acquaintances. Slowly I began to unearth answers to some of the Republic's most burning questions. Yorinobu was born in Tokyo in the early 21st century, the first child to Saburo Arasaka's third wife, Michiko. By all accounts, he seemed a happy child that grew to become a pleasant young man, that is, until his graduation from the University of Tokyo at the age of 21. Following the ceremony, the Arasaka family threw a party in his honor. At some point in the evening, Saburo invited his son to his study for a private conversation. What transpired there is wholly unknown, but after corroborating varied accounts, it is clear Yorinobu must have slipped out from the party and the estate only a few hours later, gone or whisper in the night. Over the next few years, various eyewitnesses spotted Yorinobu in the company of a nomad group known as Kotetsu no Ryu, or the Steel Dragons. As part of his youthful rebellion, he purposefully involved himself in altercations with Arasaka agents and promoted anti-corporate slogans. After his family eventually confirmed Yorinobu's involvement, Saburo then renounced his son and Saburo's eldest son swore to exact revenge on his younger brother. Ironically, it was later at Ki's funeral that Yorinobu at least reconciled with his father. Stubbornly proud to a fault, many were surprised by the Arasaka Patriarch's conciliatory approach. What caused Saburo to change his mind? What role might have Yorinobu's sister, Hanako, played in their peaceable reunion? That much yet remains to be discovered. Also sowas Lore-Technisches lese ich natürlich sehr gerne. Aber jetzt wissen wir mal ein bisschen mehr über Yorinobu. Das ist sehr gut. Ich will das Ding hier lesen, nicht mit Jackie reden. Okay.
Flathead prep to go?
Almost there, partner.
Complex Plaza haben wir schon gelesen, wunderbar. Scan for an entry point for the flatheads. Okay. Ah.
Got a winner.
Good. Jackie, how's the flathead looking?
All set. Systems are operational. Charge it 100. Little gonk stock.
Just gonna stand there and look at it? Gonna have to switch to manual control. B, take the control shard from Jackie. Gonna link your Kiroshis to surveillance so you can guide the bot.
Why me? Why do I gotta slot it in?
Unlike someone, I haven't run on my tab with Vic. Got last-gen firmware. No flow. Just do it, brother. Ain't got all day.
Surveillance cover the whole hotel.
Even the bedrooms and the suites.
Guests don't care?
You'd be surprised what people are willing to give up to feel secure. Lucky for us, Yorinobu's an exception. Penthouse is dark, no hotel security.
Okay.
Here.
Here goes.
Was ist mit unserem Zimmer hier?
Patching you through to in-cam view. Might get
Ah,
a little
klar. Sorry,
disoriented,
hab ich
but
zugehört.
don't freak.